Hello, minions. Welcome back to the stream. I would like to thank Lunar Owo Kitten, 19 hours ago for following, Razix FN for following 7 hours ago, and Just John the Black for following 6 hours ago while the stream was off. Now I have an admission to make here, minions. I didn't know that the Another Story, as it's called, could only be accessed if you have the season pass. I thought it was just added for free. So you need the season pass to actually watch it. And I didn't feel like spending $30 just for this, so I looked it up on YouTube. I hope that's okay with you all. I hope this isn't illegal. Daisuke, please don't come after me for this. This shouldn't be illegal. Actually, I don't care if it's illegal. I'm not paying $30 for a what appears to be roughly 40-minute story mode. So instead, I looked it up on YouTube. So thank you. What is this? Kakucho Pure. That's his handle on YouTube. Their handle on YouTube for uploading it. We're just gonna watch it on YouTube. I think that's fine. So we'll just do it for that. Good evening, everybody. Oops. Let me turn this up a little bit. Kai Kisk carved his name into history. Oops. Kai, the charismatic young king, had countless tales of heroism to his name. However, such tales only tell one side of the story of Kai's extraordinary rise. This is not Kai Kisuke's story. This is but one episode. This is not about Kai. This ain't about him. The world watched in terror as the White House fell under attack. Oh yeah, that thing. But meanwhile, somewhere out of sight, another story was unfolding. Let me turn this up a little. You streamed it too? No way you're paying for an entire season pass? Yeah, that's how I felt too. There's only one character I was really super interested in the past, and it was Tested It, so I only bought them. And I'm like, well, I'm not paying for the rest for just this, so there we go. It's movie night, boys. Hello, Marks on YT. Welcome to the Rose Rabbit Army. We're watching Strive's Another Story. Oh, it's Bed Girl. Baby. I did see Ram's jumping animation. It was a little funny. Why is she hanging out like baby Psycho Mantis in Metal Gear 5? Let me know if you can hear it fine. I can turn it up more. Lycan is taking care of this little girl now. So she's basically a mom. That means all of your MILF fantasies with her are now even closer to being canon. I think everybody figured that Happy Chaos had some connection to Bedman, because he has some similar design stuffs. Like, he has very similar hair. And, like, the little bolts on his head would have hidden the horns, I guess. That's true. Floating children are not normal. Who are these guys? Just some randos. That's not a really good thing to tell Baiken. Well, that's bad. That robot does look cool. I don't think it's a robot. I think it's a dude in armor. I think they might be from like the same country as Potemkin, Zep, because they have some similar designs. Like some slightly similar things as Potemkin. Or maybe it's Leo's guys. It's neither of those things, maybe. I don't know. Apparently it's shocking. We'll find out, I suppose. Maze Squad. Just the two of you? Hello, Matt is okay. It's going well. We're watching Strive's new story mode thing on YouTube because I didn't want to pay $30 for it. Oh, it's bed. He's lacking man. It's just bed. There is no man. He's just a bed. There is no bedman. Look, there's no man. It's just bed. Yeah, Anime Cups. It's $30 because you can only watch it if you have the season pass. So I mean, technically, you're paying for this and like all the season pass characters and stuff. But yeah. That is true. He did say that. You're going to an offline Strive tourney on the 14th? Well, good luck. I hope you have fun. You should do your princess proud out there. Watch out, it's gonna hit you with like 5 weird status effects and cross you up in 3 different ways. Oh, who is it? It's gonna be revealed to be someone important, isn't it? Yeah, it's Sin. Hi, Sin. They really fed you some beef for this game. I'll see you in Season 2, I guess. I know a lot of people want Sin. People love Sin. I like Sin, too. It's so funny. To me, it just looks like they put a new head on Chip's body. Like, he's got this, like, baby twink face on this huge beef man body. It's so funny. Oh, there's May. It's the whale. I do hope, you know, at least he has a different outfit if he becomes a full character. I think this one he has here is kind of boring. I hope it's just like a casual thing, because, you know, he had to change it to wear the armor over it. Okay, bye. So is this what's left of Bedman? Put you in the orb. It's your safety spear. Get in the bubble, child. Oh, it's the door. That must be Faust. This is the thing. This is the move he doesn't actually have in this game anymore. I guess he does still technically have the door. You're right. But it's like the scarecrow thing. It is very saddening that Anji just sucks in this game, Matt. That's why I don't play it so much. Because Anji is one of my favorite characters, and he's like one of the only two characters I'm really interested in this game, and he's bad. So I'm glad Testament came out, because they're the only other character I like really in this game. I really don't like what they did to Anji in this game compared to Plus R. Like the way they made his guard points work is just really bad. So Faust is just hanging out. Thank you. Biken walks into frame boobs first. I guess that's technically true. You gotta tell them, be honest. Yeah, what is Faust's whole deal in this? They're not even talking about it. He seems the same. I am curious about what changes season 2 might bring, because they said, you know, seasons are when we will change the game significantly. So I'm wondering what they mean by that, what they might do. Your headcanon is that the other armored dude is Zappa? Does he never take off his armor? Zappa was an Exerd story. Bringing Zappa back could be cool. Yeah, he was just in Exerd story mode. He had like that. I think his outfit in Exerd was cute with like the hat. Like, I know he's free from his ghost wives, but you know, you can always bullshit something. I don't know. I do like with this game in the story mode, it does like a lot of cool lighting things like these. They should bring back Slayer because Slayer is cool. Slayer's never not been cool. That man.
頼むよ。警察に届けるまででいいからさ。
俺が知ったことかお前がやればいいだろう。
こう見えて忙しいんだ。今は鏡作りも始めたんだからな。
鏡だ。
今時番傘だけじゃ食ってけないってこと。
Oh, I love these two together.
本当にあの男なんだろうな。
俺はまだあんたに切られたくない。
Hey, no spoilers. Go away. How do I make you go away?
姉さんこそ本当にアメリカまで行く気か？
It'll go away in a minute. There you go.
近いだろ。20年の無駄足に比べればな。だからそれ以上言うな。俺に復讐を諦めさせる奴がいるとしたら多分お前だけだ。だが、
That's cute.
答えは知ってるだろ。
いや、もう一人いる。
I do think it's really funny that Anju's role in the main story is like, I'm going to help Baiken cure, not get so much revenge lust. And then, like, Happy Chaos, like, kicks him off a cliff and he literally falls out of the story. Slayer was at the top of the popularity polls in every country. It's always, like, him, Johnny, Baiken, and Bridget that top the polls. Justifiably, those are the best characters in the series, next to Testament and Nanji.
ここまでだ。あとは自分で何とかしろ。あいつ、どこ行った？ そこまでの義理はね。
Yeah, it was Baiken and I think it was like Baiken topped the list as #1 everywhere but Japan, where Bridget topped the list. And Baiken was #2.
どういうつもりだ？ついてくんな。消えろ。
This is funny.
これ以上追ってきたら。
She won't do it. Baiken is secretly nice. You want them to bring back Jam? I think you should die. I think God should kill you.
何やってんだ俺は。ディライラだったな。お前一体何なんだ？あなたと同じ存在を追ってます。
We both want to kill the Homestuck troll.
アンジの野郎、何考えてやがんだ。
私がお願いしたんです。事情を話したらバイケンさんの話をしてくれて。
陰銀な呼び方はやめろ。
じゃあお姉ちゃん。
そりゃもっと違うだろ。復讐のつもりか。俺が言うのもなんだが、そんなことしてどうする？
同じだと思います。その質問にお姉ちゃんが答え。
Satisfaction.
さよならの意味は？年や立場が違えば意味も変わる。
Revenge is always fun.
俺はガキだ。そう言えるやつを信用する。ねえいいか？上から言いくるめられてムカつくだろうが遊びじゃねえ。
12歳の少女なら復讐も遊びですか？
無駄死にする。それが望みか？
なら私を鍛えてください。力になります。
I think revenge is based.
俺に仲間はいない。ずっと一人でやってきた。お前は食い物を探してゴミを漁ったことがあるか？盗みに入ってその罪悪感が薄れていく怖さを知ってるのか？俺と対等になりたいならな、お前も俺と同じように。
She's just like me for real. That's what Delilah's saying. That's right. That's right. You all get it. Revenge is actually based and awesome.
どうしてですか？
Normalize holding in hatred and spite. Also, I like that Baiken apparently just carries around a radio. Delilah, they hit the fucking White House. Android Peach, thank you for the resub with Prime. Welcome. Welcome, Emma.
ダメだ。
どうしてですか？
あんな異国で死んでみろ。誰も墓参りに来ないぞ。
家族は兄一人です。それももういません。それに私、力だけなら兄より上です。
勝ち負けの問題じゃねえ。お前はもっと世界
Look at her face. It's so funny.
どうしてですか？
復讐を諦めろなんて誰に言われたって納得できない。違うか？それだけはお前も俺も同じだ。だから俺の言葉が他の奴らと違うってことは分かる。
That is Bedman's baby sister, so yes.
こんなクソな人生お前は送っちゃダメだ。
どうしてですか？
まともな大人は多い方がいい。
どうしてですか？
わかんねえガキだな。
I hate it when babies are just like responding to every question with why. Like everything you say is just why. And I'm like, I don't know, shut up. Stop talking to me. I hate children.
私はお姉ちゃんの邪魔も横取りも考えてない。どうして一緒に殺す？
You're asking why? How would I kick you out of this 5-story window?
私、人を殺したいんですよ。こんな気持ちのまま、まともな大人なんてなれるわけないじゃないですか。
Oh god, she's so full of particle effects. Okay, I guess that's the end of that flashback. That leads us to where we are now, with her in a huge bubble.
難しいことはわかんねえけど、ディライラを助けたいんだろ。
俺が？
あんたここにいるじゃねえか。あんたと一緒ならあの子も復讐ってやつを諦めるんじゃないか。
Baiken, you need to be a mom.
ああ、簡単じゃね。町の12万人とここにいるみんなを集めてもあんたにしかできないんだからな。
I'm sorry. Sin's Twinkie face on his huge beefman body is still so funny. I can't look at it.
あんたの子供の仇ならきっと俺の親父と父さんが取ってくれる。
待て。何からして
My old man and my father.
とりあえず俺に子供はいねえぞ。
え？じゃあなんで眼帯してんだ？
疑問が増殖しやがる。
Sin's literally like, I have 2 dads.
そうかそうか。みんな俺に気遣ってんのか。確かに母さん、子供には生々しい話だって言ってたな。
Oh, it's this. People have been posing this.
子供の作り方くらい知ってる。メーカーなできるんだろ。
My favorite part of this.
もうちょっと詳しく聞いていい？
え？だから聞いたままだけど、母さんはある日片目が取れちまった。で、焦った父さんが自分の目を。
Yeah, he got the gear pink eye.
父さんの目は弾き出されて。
My favorite part is this right there where Baiken's like the shine on her eye patch goes away so you can see her scar.
そしたら地面に落ちた父さんの目が俺になった。
そんな大変なんだ。
I can't believe Ram believed him.
お前はいつかもっとショックな事実を知る。
そうなの？まあなんでもいいよ。ショックには慣れてるから。ともかくだな。
シン、そうか。お前は半分
Ram is very funny.
奪われるものも人並みになかったのに。俺にお前ほどの強い心があればな。
不公平だよね。境遇なら私たちもバイケンと変わらないのに。僕にはジョ がいた。エイプリルも海賊団のみんなもバイケンには
Johnny is like all of our dad.
あの時間
He's
を
weird though.
一瞬で取り戻す言葉なんてあると思う？
He's not here yet. Maybe later. Maybe you'll have to pay for him. You're gonna have to pay for those mist finers. What if the guy in the suit is Johnny? I wouldn't see why he'd still be wearing his armor around the pirates. Like, why would he hide his identity?
説明は手を動かしながら。メイさん、ウィンチとワイヤーあるだけ全て用意してください。
何か脱出量を牽引するの？力点にかかる正確な負荷は？
体感で探ることはできますか？
ノリでってことか。
シンさん、ドクターパラダイムに連絡を。このメモに従って行動をお願いします。Okay.
Yeah, I'm so surprised by how normal Faust is acting.
あなたは少女のエネルギーを吸収してください。可能な限りで構いません。残念ながらこの作戦に完全な正解はありません。あなたの限界
I do like Baiken's development as well.
だから決して周りに気を
Like it's neat that she's like I'm less of a murder hobo now.
何かあっても
Yeah, I know Faust is super normal in Exert's story mode too, which surprised me at first. But I'm like, okay, that's like kind of the joke. He's like he acts like a weird freak, but he's actually normal. But like in this one, he's like analog horror man. He's the fucking Slenderman. So I was like, did something change? They're like, no,
とても大事なこと。
he's still normal.
私はあなたの食材のための道具じゃない。
I like also that his bag hole has expressions.
みんなごめんなさい。作戦が失敗したらもう謝れないから。何でもいい。あなたも手を。
He is so normal. I love him. Yeah, there's definitely a much more mature energy to the story in Strive compared to like Exert and previously. It's interesting.
耐えきれない。
Oh, I'm running out of bed energy. It's a little bit, the story in this game is a little bit more somber, a little bit more thoughtful, I think. Especially the ending where like Saul talks about like finding the one thing you love and continuing to do it. That felt like very much like writer proxy, like Daisuke talking. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Bye, bed. Felt like it felt like Daisuke talking through Saul. Rest in peace, bed.
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。みんなごめんなさい。
ラムレザルさん、なぜ私を呼んだのですか？
魔法応用学屈指の権威でしょう。
いつの話で
I don't like seeing Faust from this angle and how like beefy, it's weirdly beefy his forearms are.
知ってる。
Oh yeah, that time you were a serial killer, that was weird.
命をかけてでも助けてくれると思った。
そのつもりです。
なら教えて。
There's a lot of characters in this game who are like, I shouldn't be able to see you from the
あ
front.
の子の救出。それとも名誉の死。ここに呼んだのは打算が下手な人ばかり。みんな他人も自分も見捨てないんだ。今の私は指揮官に向いてなくて、そういうみんなに助けられてる。
Why does he have a crotch needle? I think it's just it's like on his belt and it's just hanging there.
自分
What, you don't like Dr. Baldhead?
ディライラを助けたいなら私にそれを信じさせて。
覚悟が必要だ。
Don't make me look at that part of his arm. It's so weird. Don't do that. Go away.
初心を
There he goes. Look at him running. Oh, he's going through the door. Oh, that's cute. Oh, is this what happens to Faust? Is that why he said back to square one? Like, sacrificing himself puts him back at his old personality? That's a lot of doors. Hello, innocent bystander.
準備 OK です。
出力最大 G チャンス広域展開。
I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out what happens to Faust in a minute. Just go through the door. Whee! You like April's big glasses? Is April the other pilot? The pilot of the ship? The other pirate who hangs out with May? I think that's where this is going, yeah, Zipperhands. This is gonna explain why he's a freak now. Like, he used up so much of his power, it, like, I don't know, fucked up his brain, and now he's back to the serial killer personality.
時間がかかりすぎる。
Yes, Caskin. Guilty Gear's lore is great. I love that it's like Y2K but fucked up, and now magic is real. Oh, you don't know what Y2K is? I guess it's an American thing. Like, nobody outside of America really cares about it as an event. It was this big panic around how when the year 2000 would hit, a bunch of computers weren't programmed to roll over to that date, so everybody was scared that it would cause, like, information and technology to collapse. This didn't happen, obviously. But, yeah, that's what that is. It was really just like, yes, this is a problem, but we got a bunch of people to fix it. So, it really wasn't worth the panic. Yeah, I guess it could also just be, you were born after the year 2000, but I don't want to think about that. I don't think people born after the year 2000 exist. Bye, Maybai, by the way. Goodbye. That really doesn't seem like a safe way to use that bike and, like, wrapping that around someone. It's a big spiky club. Top tier animation on that. There you go. You're 2001, baby. That's right. You don't exist. You're not real. Yeah, that wasn't. But she didn't use the claw chain. She used the one with the big spiky club. See?
お姉ちゃん。イライラ。ダメ、逃げて。みんな飲み込まれちゃう。エイプリル、まだいける。もっと上げて。冗談でしょ。
Yeah, that is April. April is cute. A lot of the pirate gang are pretty cute. What is May doing? Is she Roman canceling? Like, why is she bursting with energy? Okay, this guy in the armor has to be like someone, right? Like, he's not just some rando. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're using Faust's door to, like, carve up the bubbles so they can get in. Don't... Okay, thanks, Mr. Salad Fingers. Don't make me look at that again.
初心だ。
He's doing his best. But yeah, that's I guess I should follow up on the lore thing, is that in Guilty Gear's world, Y2K was real and it did cause all technology to collapse, so people had to invent magic to replace it. Basically. It's more complicated than that, but that's the basics. Hello, dragons. Oh, this is yeah, these are the friendly gears from the scientist guy. Yeah, it's Sin. Definitely not gonna be in season 2. This definitely isn't a by season 2 hint. Yes, Y2K was birthing God through computers. That's another lore thing. They managed to stop it, but it meant technology was now forbidden, so that wouldn't happen. Orb has been deteriorated into pixels. Good job, everybody. Good teamwork. It's just like Dune. You're right. You're right. That is exactly what happened in Dune with the machines. In the end, all fiction is just like Dune.
助かるよね。
助かるか。この先あいつは復讐を果たしても果たせなくてもろくな死に方をしない。別の生き方を見つけない限りな。
I love putting breasts spoobily into every scene.
アンジだ。君を見て言ったんだよ。
Yes, Zep is the only country that uses technology. That's why they're like rogue, and they all live on a giant airship.
ディライラの転移は止められない。団長の役目は一緒に飛んで彼女を保護することだ。
情報悪解が始まってる。
Me, when I compress data,
落ち着いて。
put it in a zip
町は大
file.
丈夫。あの人たちが何とかしてくれる。でも自分で気づいてるでしょ。あなたはこれからどこかに飛ばされる。私も行って守るから。
飛ばされるってどこにだ。
団長は球体のエネルギーを吸収している。だがこれほどの力だ。少女のパニックが収まらない限り最悪。
Planet sized. That's not good. We don't need a big spirit bomb.
団長を信じるしかない。
信じる。お前らの信念は何かを救えるんだな。
Oh, that's right. I remember Sin and Ram had a bit of a thing. So apparently Ram also likes Leo. That looks painful.
イライラ。よそ様に迷惑かけてんじゃねえよ。
Viking is here to help.
この情報密度、あなたには
Oh, it's like the backyard, right?
お、そうだな。ありがとう。
Oh, her eye patch broke.
お前だったんだな。お前がアンジの言った鏡だったんだ。
お姉ちゃん。
She's just like me, for real.
帰るぞ。一緒にだ。そしてこれからも一緒に寝て起きて飯を食って一緒に笑うんだ。だから復讐は一緒に諦めようぜ。
I've become normal. My eyes are normal size now. Your big mommy milkers fixed me. Good. I guess Bedman's there. Oh, okay, so yes, that is what happened to Faust. Whoop. There goes good Faust. I guess he's gone. Yeah, his good part turned into a ghost and flew away, I guess. I guess that's why he's Slender Man now.
あれ、ギアだよな。ギアだ。
ギアが救ってくれたのよ。
Back to square one, like he said. And thus the crisis was averted. Meanwhile, the terrorist attack on the US ceased. For now, the eyes of the world were turned upon chaos. But eventually, the story of the Gear and her crew who saved the city will be spread far and wide. Kai Keese presented himself in full to the public and announced he would abdicate the throne of Illyria. His decision was not made out of self-interest, in fact. Oh, that was really fast. I couldn't read it all. Oh, okay. They're like, we actually like you. We're fine with you being a half gear. You can still be king. Good for Kai. Does Delilah know that the people who killed her brother are just bakers now? Well, I think she mostly blames Chaos. Can't show Dizzy from the neck down, don't have the design ready. You're probably right. Dizzy is also a very strong season 2 candidate, I think. Well, that's enough of that. I will get the game started. We'll play some Testament. That was fun. I don't think it was as fun as the main story, but they, you know, it was smaller. They didn't promise anything as huge. I know, spoilers. Sorry. I don't even know what that was. I wasn't looking at it very carefully. Racism is solved thanks to gear women being really attractive. It's so true. That's how we solve it, everybody. What is Ano M? I don't know what it is. Is it a game? It's a game. Okay, you played a demo. You make a good, excellent point, It's Lumboy. Another story did not have Potemkin piloting the Dendrobium from 0083, so that's a few points knocked off. I thought it was cute though. I did like how it advanced Baiken a lot. Like Baiken was basically the main character. And it does make sense because this is, you know, Strive's story is all about wrapping up the whole that man's story, and Baiken is deeply embedded in that. Okay, Testament. What was the Testament color I liked? It was this one. I wanted to practice Testament a little before jumping on. But 7 looks just like me? I mean, it's just because of the purple. Like, the hair doesn't match. Right, there's the bird. This one goes, yeah. Right, there's, yeah, okay. Unholy diver, yeah, okay. The hair absolutely matches? The hair is silver. I'm blonde. What was my reset button on this? That was it. Is any of that combo? No. Right, that puts the yeah, and then I can teleport? Oh wait, no, that's the hit thing, right. That's the teleport. Who's gonna tell Daisuke that flight isn't a word? I don't know, are you gonna do it? Ah, what was it? What was it that it was like that led into ending with 6H? Oh, I think I remember. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it. And then you can do the chomp. It's been a bit. It's been like a couple months since I played Testament. Yeah, that was it. That's the big one. Testament's theme song is so good. Hmm. I'm doing it too late. The melody reminds you of Mormon hymns. That's interesting. What was the super? All right. Well, I don't think that works. This works from really far away, though. Chomp. Of course I'm afraid of nothing. Nothing can harm me. Trying to find out what the best route is from like a jumping age. Except fast, beefy arms. That's not. I'm like not afraid of it. I just think it's gross and don't want to look at them from specific angles. And I think that's very valid. Oh, that's right. I can't cancel from 5H into 6H. Naturally. I should probably just do the forward one. I feel like they get knocked back too far. Yeah. You can probably RC or do something fancy with RC. Da 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 dum da dum dum da da dum. Oh, that's right. This is the taco. This is a fucked up button. You don't know if it's gonna cross up. Bum 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 bum. Oh, right. No, that still knocks him too far for me to get the 5k. Yeah. Hmm. Too slow. Chomp. Try to get the P one. I think you just can't cancel into it very quickly. There we go. Right, and then you get the thing that pops him. Like this super always puts him in that state, I think. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, so that's too long. Dun-dum. Can I just get 6H after that? No. Dum 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 dum. Maybe I still have enough time to run up with 5K. Oops, I ran under. No, I don't. Okay. Because the goal for me, right, is when I pop them when they're in the stain state, is I want to be able to put like the succubi back on them. Does it? Does it work after a throw? No. I guess I could just do the normal route. That's not the normal route. Yeah, that bounces them too far away. Ah. That's weird. Huh. I guess I just have to charge it a little bit. Hmm. Dum 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 dum. Ah, I can dash. I guess I just do the forward one. Seems a little lame though. Yeah, okay. Da, 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 da. So everything pretty much ends with that. Okay. Okay. I think I'm ready to go online. See if I can make a room. Hopefully I make one that's good this time. I had some trouble with the room settings last time. Okay. I guess. Okay. Okay, I'll put the ID in the thing. Um. 4L7SIC. Okay. So if you're on the PC version of Strive, you can join the room. Dum dum dum. Okay, so yeah, anybody can. How do I get rid of that? There we go. Anybody can join. Yeah, if you have the PC version of Strive, you can just come through. Da -da 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 -da. There we go. Welcome. Okay. Okay. They're playing Saul. Failed to match. What does that mean? Oh, okay. You wanted to switch to biking. Bum, 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 bum. Mankind knew that they cannot change society. What? Yosansen. Yosansen. Wow, that's a fast air dash she has. I gotta remember, I have a really good 6B. Nice parry. Hello. Hello, Cooper Tank. Certainly. Ow. The Tommy Gaishi. Good parry. That was good. Kagari. What? I thought it was best of 2. What? Whatever, we'll roll with it. I'm not messing with the settings 500 times. The room settings in this game make no sense to me, so we'll just roll with it. Bam, bam, bam. Yosansen. Godlike. Good one. The Nooch? None of that. I gotta remember, I have a reversal super. Bonk. Yeah, I guess we'll just make a line. If that's what we're doing. Bum 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 bum. Oh, that's faster. Okay. Oh, good one. But the drop? That was a good jump. Nice one. Bonk. Bonk with the jump S. Oh, you went low. Okay, I gotta be more careful. Oh, I don't know if that's gonna hit. Oh. Oh, nice throw. That was a good throw. Ba 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 ba. What? Oh, nice. Wow, the counter. Good. Good counter. You know I want to go in when I got that stain state. I am too predictable. Oh no, it hit me through the recovery. I was recovering from the... That was smart. I can't throw that out willy-nilly while you have meter. She always keeps that thing on her. She's strapped. Wow, wow, wow. I was a little confused by the movement. I should use my beast more. Nice. Biken is very... She's faster than I thought she would be. I always forget how fast she is when I play her in this game. Oh. Oh. He's a ghost. Superheads, you wanted to join, right? If you're still here. Thanks for the games, Alex. I appreciate your showing up. Oh. Potemkin. I could use Potemkin experience.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
Just society. Make a feast up. What the? That was weird. that was interesting. That was an interesting interaction. Oops. You got armor, but your life still goes down, remember. Armor fall. Uh-oh. Bam. Got bonked by my skulls. Delicious purple skulls. They're grape flavored. We'll just take turns, I guess. Anji.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
The beasts. Testament is so pretty in this game. It's insane. They really did a number on them. They gave them a good look.
言い訳でも考えときな。
あなたの美しさを見てね。
Versus Angie. Duel 1. Let's rock.
I don't know if if I can reach. Nagiha. Oh, I wanted to do 236. Bonk. Yeah, Testament was already really attractive, and they made them even more attractive. It's insane. I do kind of miss their abs, though. I guess you can't see them. Who knows? They might still be there. Fujin! Nice. Dame dane. Okay, I'll be a little more. Ah, there's a good idea. I just did. Is this gonna work? It only sort of worked. Pop. Pop him. There's a mod for that. Oh, I think I've seen that one. Shirtless Testament? Yeah.
Are you ready?
Shirtless Testament is pretty good. And they've got like that weird underwear with the metal plate on it. I'm not sure why that is, but I respect Daisuke's vision.
They cannot change society. So instead of
It just seems like it'd be uncomfortable, that's all. I value comfort. I'm a fall. Forgot this was a melty blood. I can't air dash after double jumping. Must be because I hit it. Pop. Be safe on me. There you go, freestyle. Slide ahead. Oh, the command grab. Nice. I always gotta remember the command grab. I should have jumped. Slide head. What? A Walrida. Uh-oh. Is this gonna kill me? Ah! I was trying to do super. Good one. Good game.
Are you ready?
Ba 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 ba. The Potemkin did Buster. It's bussin', respectfully. Sorry, that was the worst thing I've ever said. Alright, your pressure's over. It's my turn now. That's how Anji works. Oh, I tried to counter throw. Anji's so bad. Sorry to say it. I'm sorry. Anji's so bad. Oh, I thought I could 6P it. I know everything you're gonna do. I used to be an Anji player. It doesn't hit him with the Sane State if he's doing... Cool. Wow, that reached. Right, that's right. They buffed his far S, didn't they? Whoa. I'm surprised I missed. Very impressive. I didn't think that would miss. Thought that would go straight up. That's right. That's what your avatar is, Zipperhands. I remember now. You said it was Hythlodeus in the Discord. That's really smart. I like that. Hythlodeus is very cute.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
Society. Wait, oh, that's right. He was Cooper Tank. Sorry. Engage. Wow. Oh, I thought he was gonna do something else. Good grab. Should have held up back. Super looks like KZ. You do have the 3D glasses. Something only KZ is known for wearing. Oh, there's the grab again. Okay. Gotta learn to escape it. Slide ahead. Good one. That was a good game. You really got me with the command grabs when I wasn't expecting them. I thought, there's no way he's going to do it again this time, and he did. I gotta up back more.
Are you ready?
Dun 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 dun.
Mankind. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Good one. I want you there though. Well, that didn't last long. Tricked you with the teleport that time. Dun 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 dun. Strive's music is so good. It's insane. Counter. It's my answer for everything Anji does is reversal super. Works every time.
Are you ready?
Bum 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 bum.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of Duel 1. Let's rock.
Mega fist. Oh, you're just out of range. Scoop him. Ambiguity. Break even. Tromp. Ooh. Basta. Nice.
Duel 3.
Oh, I was trying to predict the Mega Fist. Slide head. Oh, I thought I could make it over. I'm being bullied. Nice. Potemkin, your Potemkin is pretty good. Hammerfall. What I like about Testament in this game is that I feel like they have tools that are actually fun for me. Like, that's the silly thing to say, but I wasn't. Amji is my favorite, one of my favorite characters in Guilty Gear, and like it felt like they really just like made him the most not fun version possible of himself. Whereas it feels like within the streamlined, being charitable, calling it streamlined system of Strive, they managed to make Testament feel more or less like themselves. Like they do a lot of different things. They're not really focused on like weird traps and stuff. But I feel like yes, in Strive, this is how Testament should play. Like that's how I feel. And I don't feel that way with Anji. If that makes any sense. It's hard for me to explain. Like there's characters that feel like, okay, I understand the system Strive has created, and I feel like they translated certain characters well into it and others not as much. Like Anji. Like, I feel like, dare I say, Anji is a failure of the game design. It's got good buttons, though. I gotta stop mashing. Good throw. Oh, I thought I could throw. Nice. That was a good game for you.
天地に無双の舞だ。
Oh, biking. Biking again.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
That they cannot change society.
Duel 1.
Red. I like this color, actually. Oh. Nope, I don't want to be here. Haha. I was buffering it, waiting for a moment. Yeah, Anji does have good damage, that's true. I see, I see. You're always trying to cross up Yozansen. Backdash 6P is a good option for me. That was pretty funny, I'll admit. You're very quirky. That was a big confirm. Nice. I shouldn't have gone into 236S. I should not have done that. Da-da-da-da-da-dum. Anji. I'm being attacked by husband and wife. You like to play Baiken as wildly as possible? I noticed. It was working for you, though, so...
Mankind knew that they can.
Dump, dump, dump. Bah. That was poorly timed. Oh, nice one. Do it, T. I have the hugest 5S in the world. Why am I using it more? I've got a huge 4S. I gotta use that neutral. Good throw. Took a gamble with the overhead. Wow. I honestly thought that was gonna whip punish. There we go. Ah, the butterfly. The butterfly killed me while I was in the super animation. That was really funny, actually. I'm fine with it. What's Anji's reaction gonna be when he's now the foster father of a goblin child? Well, I guess it depends on wherever Baiken and Delilah went at the end of that story. Like, they said they're being teleported somewhere.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
So who knows where they ended up. Koga. Okay. Oh, it like ate my input. Well, take a wake up super. Kikuity. Gotta pay attention to my meter. Yada yada. Yada yada. Dum bum bum.
Mankind knew that
Okay, okay. I will beat Anji this time. I'm feeling it. Oh, that was so delayed. Why did I do that? Whoop. Fujin. I wasn't expecting 6H. Wow, that was good. That was a good use of PRC. Whoa! I was a little scared. Pop. The Jimmy's HUD mod. Oh, I've seen that. It's a nice mod. Burst Max. What? Okay, okay. Haha. Ho 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 ho. Gotta watch out for that wake up super. It's invincible. Okay, we'll make this the last one, alright? Bum 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 bum.
mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves,
They blame the beasts.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh. Overhead. That's right, air gun. It's really funny. Ba, dun, dun. You know, when she bounces off like that, I'm not sure what button to hit. Wow. Okay, okay. Fudge. I was really confused by the way the rope was working there, because it was still on me when I did the super. Okay, this will really be the last one. Dum dum dum. Nice. Yeah, they know I'm gonna... I wasn't sure if that would reach. I ate your butterfly, though. I consider that a moral victory. Oh! They were totally trying to press 6H, and because I teleported above them, they got 5H. Ah, I knew it. I knew you were going to go for H. No H follow-up. No armor on that anymore. Go back to plus R. Okay, that time you got me. I look a little focused. I feel a little focused. Oh, that was a good one. Okay, okay, okay. You tricked me with that last throw. That was good. Good. I'm impressed. I'm impressed by your abilities, minions. Your combat abilities have grown. But that's where we'll have to leave it tonight. Thank you for the games, you guys. I really appreciate it. Let's go raid Gyaru Garo. She's playing Rogue Squadron. That's like my favorite Star Wars game. It's the one on the GameCube. But yeah, thank you for the games, everyone. In fact, speaking of Gyaru, tomorrow I'll be doing a collab with her, BMO, and Golden Kenji, several other cool VTubers you may know. So please keep an eye out for that tomorrow. It'll be fun. Shorter stream tonight, but I had fun watching all of the new story mode, and I'm sorry to disappoint you just as you join Winter 13, but consider following, and we'll be back tomorrow. Good night, everybody, and if you liked what you watched, join the Discord. We like men there. Good night.